Hello everybody, my name is Connor, and buckle up, we are in for a long one. So, I was incredibly nervous about this matchup. I played the only other Bonney at the tournament that day, and he ended up dropping 9-cost Zoro, and I just lost. So, I was ready for it this time, so I swing 5 here, just to try and see what they do, see if they're going to take a card, see if they... you know, what they want to do. And I didn't want to play anything out because I didn't want it to get rested. So I play my Dofi to stack the top. And I see Red Rock, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Red Rock. I'm looking for pudding. That's honestly solid. I like what I'm seeing. I don't want to use Sengoku because Sengoku will bottom everything. But I do put him up there because I do feel like I need counter. And I'm hoping by the time I get to that pudding, he'll have more cards in hand. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking for Red Rock for the Zoro, as I mentioned. I don't want anything to do with that Zoro. And I feel like there's a couple matches with Boa that I have found success, or what I feel is success, by playing them slow. If you guys think I should be rushing down Boa, or rushing down, or trying to rush down something like Bonney sooner, it is difficult because of Bonney ability. But we did take that life, and we did get one of our alt art Jinbeis. So I swing 6 here. They go ahead and rest Dofi, which I kind of expected, and they counter out, and that is fine. We'll tap 4. We will Jinbei into Weevil and draw a card, and we draw our Red Rock, which is great. I'm honestly fine with having Dofi be rested, because either they're going to swing into Dofi to get rid of it, and that's fine, or they leave him up, and that is also fine. So I do have the Gravity Blade. Removal in this matchup I feel is so good. So yeah, they swing 5 into Dofi, and I let him go. As I mentioned, like, I'm fine with that. He even rested. I feel like he did his job as a blocker. And they go ahead and drop Cavendish, and they get to restand 2 of their Dawn. They tap 1, play out Bonney, tap another, and get that search off, which is unfortunate. I mean, but I do have the Gravity Blade in my hand, and I'm thinking about bottom decking the blocker and the Cavendish, just because I don't want them to be able to restand their Dawn. They basically were able to use all of their Dawn because of Cavendish, and I want them to have to be 1 short of all of their Dawn every turn. But we do get the Sengoku, and I feel like if I needed to Sengoku, I could. I don't feel like the pudding is crucial in this match. Pudding I like, well, we have a pudding in our hand, so that's an option too. So I go ahead and I drop pudding. And I never know if it's my opponent just messing with me, but every time I pudding, everyone's always like, "Oh, thank you, that saved my hand," and I'm like, I don't know if you're being serious or not. Like, I'm giving you significantly less cards. Like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to read that type of social interaction, especially like because like half the time when people get puddinged, it's a salty moment, if you will. So I go ahead, cut the deck, and I feel like my best option is probably to swing with Weevil, maybe 7 with Weevil, but I do have 3 Dawn up. I'm thinking 7-7 or 7-8. I should have gone 7 here, and he's gonna tap something, Jinbei. So he ends up tapping Jinbei, which is fine. I'm just gonna swing with lead. Yeah, I think the pudding play was okay. He definitely had significantly more cards, and we are getting another pudding. Unless I Sengoku here. I feel like I might play Sengoku here. Just because I am kind of short on counter. Yep, so we do end up playing Sengoku and lose our other pudding. I think we probably take the Law or the Mihawk. I'm trying to see if I actually, like, pick one and send the rest to the bottom like I'm supposed to. That is not how you Sengoku, my friend. Whoopsies. Granted, this is the last game of the tournament, I think. And yeah, I was pretty out of it at this point. So, played it like a Dofi. That's embarrassing, honestly. Yeah, that is so weird. I can't believe I did that. This is why I record the game, so I can catch myself doing stupid shit like that, and like I did in the Hancock game that you guys got yesterday. Just dumb things, man. But that is, I'm literally like baffled, like that I did that. That's so weird. I'm shook. I'm shook to my core. I can't even. Oh, anywho, let's get back into the game. Come on, Connor, focus up. So he ends up tapping all of his Dawn. I think he drops Hody. Yeah, Hody is a pain in my ass, dude. I hate everything that Green has, honestly. And Bonney is like, yeah, I hate playing against Bonney. So he swings Cavendish into Jinbei. And I'm trying to think about what he can swing here. He gets the 2 Dawn up. See, that's... Oh, man, yeah, I gotta get rid of the Cavendish. For sure. I should have Gravity Bladed it last turn. He swings 8 into Weevil, and I do counter out. Yeah, I do counter out just because I want to keep Weevil up. And nothing else can swing into Weevil. I mean, he could swing into Weevil and with lead, but he'd have to. No, I mean, to his knowledge, he'd have to attach both Dawn. I still have 3 in hand, so and I assume he goes 5 into Pudding. I just let her go. Granted, I don't think I would save her even if I had the counter. And he does his search. So thankfully we keep our larger body on board. And yeah, I in the game I played against Bonney prior, I red rocked to the Hody Jones, but I just don't think I wasn't connecting that Zoro was a possibility. And honestly, if that Zoro hits field, I feel like no matter against every deck, if that Zoro hits field, you lose. And he draws the 8 cost kid. Like, this green deck is running every shitty green card in the game. No hate towards my opponent. I'm not trying to, shit talk my opponent, but man, green is so annoying. I don't know, man. That's enough about that rant. So we are at, I believe, our 9 Dawn. Is that right? Are we already at 9 Dawn? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So he has 1 up. I swing 2 into Bonney. I feel like it's worth getting rid of. I think I play the Gravity Blade. I think he's trying to decide if he wants to keep it, which, if he did, that'd be great, honestly. And he does counter into it, and he forgets to tap anything, so I'm gonna take advantage of it. I don't know if that's mean of me or not, but oh man, Bonney ability annoying. So I swing 6 into Cavendish. He rests it, and he counters out. And I feel like I Gravity Blade. Yeah, I think I go ahead and Gravity Blade here. But I am thinking about playing Boa. I think I'm torn between Gravity Blade and Boa. So, okay, so I do play Boa. And I think I'm torn between freezing Cavendish and Hody. And I should be sending that. Should be going to the bottom. I need to make sure that checks out better. But I think I'm pretty sure I freeze Cavendish because I don't want him to be able to gain the benefit from Cavendish. I felt like that was a good option of something to freeze. And I don't boa ability. I think in this game I forget to boa ability a couple times. And I think I missed that I boa. I don't think I boa ability there, which is super bad, honestly. It could have been very helpful. So he goes 8 into Weevil, and since I have boa on board, I let him go. Just playing around the Bonney ability is really tricky, because it's like, okay, what swing do I want to get off? What swing don't I want to get off? But this is the whole reason we were saving Red Rock. He taps 9 and passes, and I don't even have to think about this next turn. I know exactly what I'm doing. I am tapping 6, and I am Red Rocking that Zoro. I want nothing to do with him. That card is insane. That card is so insane. Yeah, I'm interested to see if it stays around. I'm sure it will, but because it's green. But yeah, I Red Rock, and I actually do remember to boa ability, and I get a pudding, which is not bad. Yeah, I'm looking at this list. I'm really happy I took out the 9-cost Mihawk. I think I was running 3 to 2, and I just don't think it's even worth running in the deck. It is nice, but it bounces back to hand, and that's just sending resources back to your opponent. And yeah, I think taking it out of deck was a good choice. So I think I'm trying to decide how big I want to swing into Hody, and I just decided that he's gonna tap lead, so I'm gonna swing big into Hody and see if he lets him go or not. Depending on if he's trying to, my thought was if he was going to be dropping 8-cost Kid, he would let Hody go, but he keeps Hody on board, which is fine by me. I'm sure he didn't tap Sengoku or my lead, so I could have poked with 5. Or it didn't look like he tapped. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he said it and I forgot to tap my leader. This was a couple days ago. I know, shocking at this point, but also I am excited. I am getting a new Boa Hancock playmat. I made it myself. I designed it myself. I'm getting it printed, and I do have 2 to sell. So if you guys like it, I'll make sure to show it off when it gets here, and show it off when we keep playing. But he goes ahead, he taps the 8, and yeah, he drops Kid, drops the Bartholomew, and I think at this point, he puts the Dawn under it. I feel like at this point, I take this life, and we get another Mihawk, which is great. He takes his 2 Dawn back, and he swings at Hody, or he swings with Hody, with Boa, or at Boa, and I protect Boa because I think my plan here is to Gravity Blade the blocker and Cavendish and put the rest on Boa and swing into Kid and just take care of that problem. I'm like 90% sure that's what I do here, but we will see. I feel like it has definitely been a struggle this game, and just trying to clear his board and trying to keep the things off his board. Like, I can't swing into him because he's got so much pressure on board. So yeah, I Gravity Blade, and I send Bart and Cavendish to the bottom of his deck, which he puts it in trash. Which, there we go. We catch him. We got him. We got him, boys. We did it right. And I swing 8. That's an interesting choice. He taps 1 to rest a lead, and he counters. Yeah, okay, and I draw Boa ability, and I get Dofi. I'm okay with that. So we reorganize the top. I think, yeah, I'm okay with the way this is turning out. I think this point in the game, I feel like I should move the Gravity Blade up, but I remember, Kid is not the problem in this game. It's And it was not Zoro. Zoro is gone. Thank God, dude. Thank the heavens. So I do have blocker, and I think at this point I realized that it's better to just block one of these hits with Dovi because he will get arrested next turn. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I haven't seen another Jinbei, so I don't like playing out Weevil. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out trying to think about what my opponent can do. And, you know, this game has gone on for a while. It's 15 minutes, but there's still, we were in this game almost till time, basically, so. He puts the Dawn on Kid, swings 9 at Boa. I go ahead and I block. He swings 2 at Boa. He's expending but a lot of resources to get Boa out of here. I go ahead and counter out. Thankfully, I'm 90% sure he doesn't have anything else. And he drops the Basil Hawkins. And that is annoying. This deck has a lot of annoying cards in it, I'm learning. So I do set out the one. What am I go ahead and I tap 9 and I play Mihawk. I think I bounce Hody. Oh, that makes it even worse. So I bounce Hody back. I think that's supposed to go to hand. I'm gonna have to look up these cards. This is a hot mess. But I bounce 9. I drop Mihawk, bounce 9, and I swing the 9 into Kid, and he gives me another counter. I'm fine with that. He has 2 cards in hand. But he's got the 2 bodies on board. I think it might have been a better option to potentially do, well, no, Gravity Blade won't. Maybe, though I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure, I need to look at that Mihawk card, but I think it's supposed to send the hand, so we are goofing up all the abilities. That's one thing that I know that I struggle with, and maybe it's, I'm interested to know, maybe it's not my responsibility, but when my opponent, like, I, you know, bounce a card back to hand or whatever, like, watching where they put the card, I don't know if that's my responsibility to be like, hey, that needs to go at the bottom of your deck, not in your trash. I'm sure against a black deck, I would definitely be more aware and more on it because of the fact that they can just get so much out of it. So he swings 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 into Boa, and I'm thinking about it. He doesn't know I can't do shit, but I'm thinking about it. And we do have the Mihawk to hit back. They swing in 7 into me, and I get Kaido. So I'm 90% sure I drop Kaido next turn and bounce that Kid back to hand. Kid is a non-counter card. Why not? And we get another Boa. So let's see. I'm pretty sure I bounce Kid back. You know, if worst case scenario, he's gonna tap 8 Dawn to play him again. And if the opportunity's passed, the opportunity's passed, you know. I'm trying to decide if I want to play Boa and freeze something, or if I want to, like, how I want to go about it. And I tap 10, and I bounce, or drop Kaido, which is a huge body, and I send, there I am telling him that it goes back to hand, and I send Goku back to hand, and I draw, and I get another Son Goku, so there's some counter. I go 9. I figure, you know, he's gonna either rest me or Kaido. And I don't swing there. He doesn't tap anything there, but I go to swing and I decide not to. Don't know if that was the play, honestly. Might have been worth at least trying to swing 5. I mean, I know that he's got a 7k and a 5k blocker, but with the Kaido on board, I feel like there's a chance maybe he takes it because he wants the blocker set for Kaido. And I know he has an 8-cost kid with no counter in his hand. I think he has about 5 cards in his hand now. But, yeah. I think that might have been a better option, is just poking. Depending on what he plays this turn, and what cards he has in his hands in general, it definitely might have been better, too. I'm trying to count how many cards he has in his hand, how many cards or Dawn he's like pulling aside, how many he has left. I'm not really sure what to expect. I haven't played a lot of Bonnies. I mean, I played Bonney all the time in the pre-releases, but I didn't play a lot of Bonney in general. And I'm very particular about how my stuff sits on my mat. That's why you can constantly see me adjusting my deck. It's the, you know, the yeah, man, it's how my brain works, man. I don't know if it's the ADD or what, but it has to sit on the mat in a particular way. In fact, the way that my life is sitting is driving me crazy. And that's why I like the mats with the boxes. The more you know. Just talking why my opponent thinks. It is a really close game, and I feel pretty good about the game up to this point. Spoiler alert, I know there's a point in the game where I won't feel too good. Yeah, just Bonney being able to tap anything, no matter cost, is, you know, 1 Dawn seems minimal for, you know, that. So they swing, I take, and I get another boa. So I've got 2 boas and a weevil, and then the rest is counter. So it's not terrible, but yeah, I think I definitely goof up on countering in the future here. But yeah, so this is like one of the last games going on. We are almost at time. Each round is about 30-35 minutes. I feel like it's 30 at the shop. I don't know if it's supposed to be like 35, but you know what? I think it is maybe 35. I don't know. The timer is behind me at this point, so we are gathering a crowd at this point because we are one of the last matches going, and that always stresses me out. Like I enjoy it because camaraderie and friendship, but also like, don't watch me, I'm not good. So he swings at me and I counter out with your rogue, my boy, that boy. Really like that card. And in Bonney it's annoying, but in pre-release it was great. Really just solid card. Alright, so he taps the remaining, or most of his Dawn, plays out the Basil Hawkins for 6, and there's Gravity Blade, baby. And there it is. So my thought here is, I think I swing first, honestly. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, because I'm trying to read what Basil does, because I only pulled like 1, of course. My pulls this pre-release were, I got a lot of pretty alt arts, but no big hitters. So I swing to 12. I think I swing 12 at, I feel like I swing 12 at him. I'm so sorry, I need to gesture more to what I'm doing. And let's see. I think I'm thinking about playing Dofi, which I guess makes sense. Of course, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like thinking as I like commentate this. I should have known that he probably, or should have assumed that he had a Hody in hand. So he taps lead, which is interesting. So I swing 12. Do I swing 12? I might swing 12 into. And see, this is, so in a lot of the newer lists I'm playing with, I'm running Perfume Fluor. If I had Perfume Fluor, this would have been game. I would have had game. Drop, tap 2, swing 9 into him. I know he has a no counter kid in hand. He's got, I think, about 5 to 6 cards in hand at most. Like, with Perfume Fluor, I could have had it for sure. Because it's not just Boa, it's a Warlord's character. So I go ahead and I swing the 9 into your Glay. And my plan is to tap 7. And this is something we had to check about too. So I'm swinging 9 into him. He's thinking about blocking. So he blocks and he counters out, which makes sense. So yeah, Perfume Fluor. Oh man, you got it. Man, I feel like you have to run Perfume Fluor in this deck. Honestly, it's too good. I'm bringing a new list to locals soon. I'm bringing a new list in the next video, guys. See, and then here's where I'm asking about how Gravity Blade affects Basil Hawkins, because if Basil Hawkins were to get removed, he can tap something. But since all of my characters are tapped, can he be removed? The answer is yes. We asked here, and I asked in the Bandai server for a ruling, and they said yes, he is just removed. So in theory, I feel like this is the right play to remove both of those. Dofi. And actually, I think I forget to Boa, I think I forget to Boa ability, and as you can see, 2K Pudding was on top, and I put them back, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So my opponent then, I don't know if he top decks this or he has it in hand. He taps 7, plays out fucking Hody Jones, dude. And yeah, so he with Hody, he gets the spoiler alert, but he gets the game. And we did the math. Even with Boa ability, I can't counter out. So unfortunate there. But yeah. I like to look through what's at the top of my deck after I lose. So yeah, I think I should have expected the Hody. But it was only my second time playing Bonney, and Bonney. My opponent, I swear, he plays green decks all the time, and I hate whatever he's playing at Uta. I hate playing against Uta. Bonney, I am not enjoying against playing Bonney. I mean, at least this match was, I feel like it was a good match. Like, I felt upset because I lost to Hody, and I just don't like losing to Hody. Like, I don't think if he had Hody, I think we would have won if he didn't have Hody. But that is the game we play, that's how card games work. So kind of an unfortunate loss for me, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in your guys' thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this commentary was a little weird. There was a lot of thinking going on in my head. In fact, there's a lot of steam coming out of my ears right now. So, but that'll do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.